Start with the basics. Hormones are the body's internal messengers, traveling through the bloodstream to deliver instructions that regulate everything from growth and metabolism to mood and reproduction. This system relies on incredible precision. Hormones act at extremely low concentrations, and both timing and balance are critical. Even a small disruption can have a big impact on how our tissues respond. That's why the endocrine system is so sensitive and vulnerable. When hormones are thrown off, the effects can ripple throughout the body, sometimes in ways we don't notice right away. Understanding this delicate balance sets the stage for why endocrine disruptors are such a concern. Endocrine disruptors are chemicals that interfere with normal hormone signaling. Some of these chemicals mimic natural hormones, tricking the body into sending false signals. Others block hormone receptors or change how hormones are produced, transported, or broken down. What makes them especially tricky is that their effects are often subtle and delayed. You might not notice anything right away, but over time, these disruptions can add up. Endocrine disruptors don't just come from industrial sources. They're found in everyday items like plastics, food packaging, personal care products, and even household cleaners. This means exposure is more common than most people realize, and it happens through food, water, skin contact, and air. When it comes to endocrine disruptors, timing can matter even more than the amount of exposure. Traditional toxicology focuses on dose, but hormone systems are most sensitive during certain developmental windows, like before birth, in childhood, and during adolescence. A small exposure at the wrong time can have lasting effects, sometimes shaping organs and regulatory systems for life. That's why even low doses, if they occur during these critical periods, can be more harmful than larger exposures later on. This is a key reason why endocrine disruptors are so challenging to regulate and study. Their impact isn't always immediate or obvious, but it can be profound. Endocrine disruptors can confuse the body's signals in two main ways. Some chemicals closely resemble natural hormones and can bind to hormone receptors, sending false messages that activate growth or development at the wrong time. Others block hormone receptors or interfere with enzymes, preventing natural hormones from working as they should. The result isn't always a total shutdown, but rather a distortion or imbalance in the body's regulatory systems. Over time, this can affect growth, metabolism, stress response, and even reproduction. These changes may not be obvious right away, but they can have significant long-term consequences. Research has linked exposure to endocrine disruptors with changes in puberty timing, fertility, metabolism, and even risk for hormone-related cancers. These effects often take years to appear, making them hard to trace back to a specific cause. Not every exposure leads to disease, but widespread disruption increases risk across the population. Unfortunately, regulation and testing haven't kept up. Many safety tests miss low dose or developmental effects, and chemicals are often evaluated one at a time, even though we're exposed to mixtures in real life. Reducing exposure requires both personal choices and systemic action. Choosing safer products helps, but real protection depends on better regulations and transparency from manufacturers. Endocrine disruptors are important because they interfere with one of the body's most delicate communication systems. Their effects are often quiet, cumulative, and delayed, making them easy to overlook. But understanding how small, repeated exposures can reshape hormone signaling helps us see why prevention matters. Protecting our endocrine health means recognizing that even subtle disruptions can have lasting impacts. By staying informed and supporting both personal and systemic changes, we can help safeguard this vital system for ourselves and future generations.